weekly network show has garnered a lot of applause from generally cynical TV critics. They have called it the season's most unusual and compelling TV series, a fascinating modern fairy tale, a fantasy love story for everyone. Whatever you call it, Beauty and the Beast has become one of the most talked about TV shows around and the most surprising hit of the year. Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman are the performers who bring the title characters to life every Friday night. When I came over, I said congratulations, because it really has been a resounding success. To your surprise?
A wee bit, I think, to mine, yes.
Why?
Oh, because it's an extraordinary concept to be on television and to have survived a whole season, to find stories that work with the concept of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful.
I read that when you first saw this thing, you were taken by it, but actors tend to be taken by different kinds of things than viewers do. Are you as surprised, Ron?
I'm incredibly surprised by the success of the show. At best, I thought we would have a marginal sort of cult following. Never expected the mainstream support that we've garnered. I was taken with the passion of the characters and the subtleties in terms of the humanities in the show. I didn't know whether that would play, especially for 22 episodes.
Yeah.
But the first script was extraordinary. And
to your mind, what's the show represent? What's it all about? I mean, most people are familiar with the Beauty and the Beast fable, but you have taken it an added step. I mean, is this a morality play in short each week?
It starts out to be a morality play, but then again it branches off into many different little subsidiary sort of ramifications. I mean,
gothic romance. You know, I think it's really the real charm of the show in terms of reaching the viewer every week is the fact that it's a romance with obstacles. And so it becomes so much more heightened and dramatic that way, and gothic in nature.
But it also goes beyond the typical TV romance, because this one doesn't. Yeah, this one doesn't have the beautiful covers. Right. But in point of fact, your character Vincent was voted one of the sexiest characters on television. Do you think of him as sexy?
No, thank God I don't. I think of him as an incredibly sensitive, sort of self-actualized individual, somebody who has dealt with such an incredible blow to who he is in the world that he has had to rise above his limitations to function.
And yet the clip that I ran, that I'm going to run right now, folks in our office saw it, and all of them came out saying, my goodness, he's rather sexy. Take a look at this. This is Vincent and Catherine.
It was a year ago, tonight.
How remarkable you are, remembering such a dark moment with dancing light.
It was a time for celebration. I found hope again that night. I found you.
I have something for you. I wanted to give you something from my world. Something for you to carry with you. A keepsake.
It's beautiful.
It comes from our deepest chamber. Reminds me of a piece of eternity.
I'll cherish it.
It's a nice touch. Why are women so drawn to Vincent?
Because he is sexy. Because he's a Renaissance man. I mean, he reads me Shakespeare sonnets. He really is just a true, noble, generous man with, no actual silly little life demands that, most people place on each other. It just goes so much farther beyond that.
They may not place them on each other, but your fans, I understand, are placing some on you. And the big question is when, if ever, this relationship may be consummated in some fashion. Have you an answer?
No.
None? That was a quick one, right? Could you get that out fast enough? Are you sure about this?
The only thing that we're sure of is that we have absolutely no idea of what to be sure of with regard to this relationship. And and its ramifications and where it might be going. We're swept up by the experience of living Vincent and Catherine every week, and hopefully this will take us to the next logical step. We don't want to
and keep
tip
people
the scales here.
guessing, right? I mean, you know, that's part of the charm is everyone need to see these two people resolve it somehow. But you know, we have many more episodes in which to do that.
22 shows, we've managed to, you know, have a great relationship by what's left out of it, and that says a lot about.
Sound like a modern couple. Why spoil it with sex?
Exactly.
A powerful rule. It is her word.